All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another night of Dakota Collegiate Rocket League. It's been a little bit for me. I've been fortunate enough to have quite a few streamers holding the show up and stuff like that. So I do figure it was time for me to come back to the desk here. We got a fantastic night in store here for tonight. We got a Division E matchup to start the day off. We got Boost Boys versus Good Boys. The boys matching up here tonight. But I also would like to announce our co-caster here tonight is fellow Dcrl executive Weevil. How you feeling tonight, man?
Feeling great, feeling amazing. I'm so excited.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you might not be playing in Dcrl anymore, but hey, at least you're still helping out.
I'm still here. Yeah.
Made that wonderful video you guys all saw in the beginning, the hype video and all that good stuff. So excited to have you on the desk here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, yeah, I'll get you turned up a little bit. I notice Weevil is a soft man. He's a soft man.
What? That's crazy. That's insulting. I feel tarnished.
So let's go ahead and they want to get started in a couple minutes here, so we'll kind of just run through some of this. We finally do have stats. Last time I casted, there wasn't really too much going on for stats. So I'm glad we definitely finally have something here. Looks like Zero Gravity is topping off Division E right now. 3-0 record, winning 90% of their games, which is absolute insanity. Leading the division in goals per game, shots per game, goals, shots. I mean, it's just everything. And it's probably a very large margin as well. So it looks like Zero Gravity might have maybe even a Smurf on their team. We'll see if the team at the bottom, the Smurf Hunters, can do anything about that. But that is not who's playing tonight. We got the boys matchup tonight. Good Boys, currently 2-0 on the season. Very close to that winning percentage of Zero Gravity at 85.71 per game. Not quite rivaling the goals per game or shots per game, but they're definitely, they're getting close to being pretty, rivaling them. And then Boost Boys are 1-1 on the season, perfectly 50% right now, leading the league in assists and saves per game, which is very, very interesting. I'll go ahead and toss it over to the blue team here, which is going to be Good Boys. I'll let Weevil talk about these guys.
Yeah, Good Boys being second in the lead right now. They seem to have a really high save percentage. To me, that is what sticks out for them. Being number one on the saves, I believe they had like 80%, which is absolutely nuts. That's bonkers. And just these guys individually seem very, very good on their own. I don't know much about ID Camo or Little Killer, but GD Complex, this is his, I believe, first time back. I mean, for 2 seasons. He took 2 seasons off, and
yep.
He's looking strong in Divi. Yeah, I think he kind of got slept on in the draft, really.
Yes, he did. I would attest to that. He was one of the people that I was very surprised to see drop down to Division E. And then just through talking to him and stuff, I know he was a little surprised as well. But hey, man, he is approaching it how you need to approach it. You just need to go, hey, they slept on me. Now I get to run this division. So he's gonna have some fun. He's got a Little Killer, like you said, newcomer to the league. He brought a couple of his buddies into the DCRL as well, and then ID Camo, who's saw a game of his. But it's gonna be a fun team for sure. Looks like they're having some good success. Currently undefeated. We'll see if that can continue here tonight. Let's go ahead and toss up the team they'll be facing off against, which is a Boost Boys, currently 1-1 on the season. This is captained by Natham. I don't know how you want to say that. And joined by Bulldog 3 and Last Supper 7. Looks like the captain here, definitely leading the team here, 1.17 goals per game. Shooting lights out at 64% through 2 weeks. Bulldog is a newcomer to the league. This is his first season. And then Last Supper, looking like he's having a fantastic season as well. At 1 goal per game as the last pick on his team, which is awesome for Division E, especially. We've seen a lot of drop off from a lot of those players before, but Last Supper definitely not going to be that. So looking like pretty fun here. Yeah, we got no red shirt. Yeah, my face doesn't look super red. There is some red on my shirt. but maybe the color correction won't be as bad. But no, Weevil, what do you think? I mean, I'm sure you haven't seen too much Division E action this year, but I mean, off the bat, what's going to be your prediction here tonight?
I haven't seen much, but I do love Division E, and I actually have seen a little bit because I have been betting. I do have my own prediction bet sheet. I like gambling, I like the gamble money.
Okay.
But I would be remiss if I didn't vote on Good Boys with their almost 90% shooting or winning percentage, their insane defense, and it just seems like they have it locked down.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely the safe route to go. Like we said, they're undefeated so far. GD Complex looks like he's trying to run this division here. But, I mean, if you've ever watched a World Stream, you know I'm never going to agree with you. So I'm going to go against you, and I'm going to say Boost Boys are going to take this one. Like I highlighted, I mean, having your third man almost have the most goals per game on your team, especially in Division E, is an insane stat line.
Yeah.
This team looks pretty well-rounded. So I got to go Boost Boys. I'm going to say this might go the distance, though. I mean, Good Boys are obviously going to be a good team. So I'm going to say we're going to go 5 here tonight.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I should probably do games. I would give Boost Boys at least one game. Like, I think it'd probably be a 3-1. But I do think GD and his boys are going to figure something out if they lose that game. If anything, it'd be the first game they lose. Because these teams like this maybe don't start out the hottest, but they pick it up as the game goes. So...
Right. No, I think it's a fair point. Fair point. But for those of you in the chat or who have audio on, there are predictions on in the chat if you guys do want to put some boost on the line, or Bison Bucks if you want to really throw it back.
Do it.
Yeah, so if there'll be a couple more minutes here. We're going to hop into this game and get this night started. It's going to be a great one. I'm super excited to get this one going. I haven't seen too much Divi yet. I've only seen, I think, one series so far. So I'm just all around excited to finally get into this one, and we'll see.
Same here, yeah.
We'll see what happens, and then obviously stay tuned afterwards. We got some banger matchups. Remzik versus Mogi going to be later, and then a Fire Division D matchup after that. But looks like we're ready to go.
I'll be watching both those.
Yes. Division E matchup, first one of the night. Off to a hot start here. Good Boys versus Boost Boys. The boys matchup. We'll see who can come out on top here tonight, Weevil.
Yeah. We'll see the Boost Boys, or Good Boys, excuse me. This is going to be a little bit of a difficult series to cast. But Good Boys are going to start on the defensive to start with, and they get scored on by Boost Boys. Like I said, start off a little bit rough, but they'll pick it up in the end. Amazing, a good pass from the sidewall.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like we saw in the stats, it's probably going to be a storyline of this series. It looks like Boost Boys maybe a little bit more well-rounded of a team, at least through 2 weeks. So we'll see if that trend continues here. Like you said, Boost Boys off to a hot start here. Little Killer has an opportunity. Unfortunately, goes missing on the opportunity. ID Camo now in the midfield, pops this one up high. Remember, ID Camo is the second overall pick on his team. As Last Supper gets a nice clear downfield. It's going to be dangerous if Little Killer can't get a touch. Looks like he handles it nicely, puts it into his own corner. ID Camo now gets a decent touch out, goes into this orange corner, trying to get one more around the last defender. Little Killer does commit to it. We'll see if GD Complex can be there. Commits to it. Bulldog gets a great clear out. Oh, unfortunate. Can't get the open net.
Excuse me, I had to cough there, but dude, that one was a very close one. If they can just rein that in, Boost Boys here might go on a commanding lead, but they got to keep bringing those opportunities forward and make the Good Boys mess up.
Yeah, we'll see if, again, Last Supper had the goal per game in the stats. We'll see if he can continue that tonight. Oh, a banger shot from GD Complex. Had a lot of speed, but his opposing captain in Nathan 23, who looks like in his cam is actually a KBM player, which is an interesting move there. Makes a great save. Looks like he needs to make another one here. Puts it into the orange corner. Makes a good one here. Little Killer holds offensive pressure here, but ends up giving away possession. Ooh, double commit could be dangerous, but the captain, Nathan 23, makes a good clear.
Easy clear for Nathan 23. Puts off the backboard. Can Nathan get back to it? He almost does. Almost puts it back on, but it goes a little wide. GD Complex gets a nice counterattack here. Waiting for the 50. And ID Camo puts it high. Can Little Killer get to it? It's up in the air, but no, everyone misses that one, and Bulldog gets a good clear away.
Yeah, no, I thought GD Complex was going to have that one. That should be, I mean, a player of his caliber, I expect him to at least make some contact there, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Like we said, they're behind a goal. They're gonna need those opportunities to go in the back of the net. But we're halfway through. Still got some game for them to try and come back here. Nathan gets a decent beat around one. It's like Little Killer bangs off the sidewall. Supper pops this into the blue side here. Now ID Camo trying to get the boost, but unfortunately can't find the ball. Supper maybe, I don't know if that was a pass attempt now or not, or don't think it was. GD Complex pops this one up. I don't even know what car that is. Do you know what car that is? GD Complex?
that one, that almost seems like Aston Martin, but that could be very wrong.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. But I don't even know what hitbox that is. Maybe a Dominus or something like that. We'll see if GD Complex can get something going here. Is kind of trying to wait this out in the corner, but Little Killer gets a nice clear.
Yeah. Last Supper is going to take this in the corner, and I kind of like what I'm seeing from Good Boys, even though they're down one. I feel like they're playing the fake a lot. I feel like we are going to see a fake or two turn into a goal in this series, but right now it just seems like Boost Boys just have all the pressure on this ball.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's really, I feel like the ball spent a lot of time in the possession of Boost Boys. And, you know, I would kind of expect them to be a little bit more well-rounded of a team, at least from what their stats look like. So that kind of holds true here. We'll see if Good Boys can find something out. Looks like they're getting good clears. There we go. GD Complex finally finding a good follow-up on said clears. Nothing going to come from it yet. Bulldog, a little bit awkward here in the corner. ID Camo comes flying in. Ball's going to pop up here. Little Killer might have a chance. Sends it a little bit too far wide. GD Complex, though, staying on this ball in the corner. Unfortunately, cannot find the ball midfield here. Nathan, a little bit awkward here, but Last Supper gets a nice clear down in his blue half.
Good Boys, they gotta rein in those shots. And the double commits, that's what I'm talking about. They need to get these shots on target, because right now they're losing their opportunities that they're given, and they're just letting the defense crumble right now. That save percentage is not going to save them in this game so far, as the Boost Boys, Nathan, the captain, puts a long shot onto the net.
Yeah, just a beautiful shot all the way around. I think that all stems from pretty much a double commit between, I think, GD Complex and Little Killer. Little Killer also kind of makes a decision to go for boost there, which leaves the net wide open for Boost Boys. And this might just be another one. Is Nathan going to get that? No, he's not. He did not touch the ball. It looked like he might have skimmed it. But Supper, all the way from his own half, gets a big booming clear, and Good Boys get caught lacking once again.
We see the Good Boys, ID Camo and Little Killer, again, double committing on the same ball and leaving nobody back. This is not quite how I thought it would start, but I'm going to give these guys another chance to rein it in a little bit more. I hate to say it, but get a feeler game.
Uh-oh. He said it. He said the thing.
I said it. I cursed it.
But anyways, yeah, clock is going to hit 0. Unfortunately for Good Boys, not going to be able to come back from that one. Boost Boys off to a very good start in game number 1. I do think a lot of those double commits in the latter half of that game were just a kind of a result of some desperation just to try and get something. So I think, you know, I don't think we saw too many of those prior to that before we started seeing them. I'm sure GD Complex at some point is like, all right, let's just send the house, you know, start trying to get some goals or something. And I think that's kind of what ended up happening there. So we'll see if they can kind of, like you said, reel it in for game number 2.
Yeah, and I'm going to point out the touches on both teams. The amount of touch, each player got at least 30 touches on the Good Boys, and they didn't score a single time. Yet we saw maybe half that on the Boost Boys side, and they scored 3 times. They scored three separate times. So obviously one team is doing more meaningful touches with the ball than the other, and it is showing.
Correct, and I think that's a very good point. And this, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, honestly, but I think just the more like well-rounded team is kind of showing out, at least in game number 1 of this Boost Boys team. I don't think we quite saw the full potential of Good Boys. I mean, we saw the stats. GD Complex, I believe, was pretty close. Was he leading the division in goals per game? I can't remember, but it had to have been up there. It was like 1.6 goals per game from this man. And obviously, he doesn't get a singular one there.
Yes, it's 1 point. He has 1.43 goals per game, so
okay,
that's gonna take a big tank to his rating there.
Correct. So hopefully, we'll see if Good Boys. I mean, it's really hard for a lot of your offensive, prowess to go off of one man's, car. But at the same time, if that's how it's gonna be, GD Complex gonna have to try and find something here as we segue into game number 2. A ripper from, I believe, Nathan just rips off that post, and Boost Boys off to a hot start yet again.
Yeah, I'm seeing this Boost Boys team. I regret saying everything that I did about them at the beginning, because they must have worked on something. And this is week 3, correct?
Yes, I didn't change the overlay. Yeah, week 3.
Week 3.
Yep.
I always say this is where the poor performing teams like to change stuff up. Week 3 is where you get the underdog stories. So I am excited to see how this series will turn out with that same theory.
Yeah.
As we'll see GD Complex own goal off of an amazing shot from Nathan, again leaving the defense just in the dust.
Yeah, no, this is like gonna be the first time. I mean, I could look back in between games here and see exactly how far the series, the 2 series previous, went for Good Boys. But this might be the first time they got to face some adversity this season, because right now it's pretty much all Boost Boys. They're pretty much running this entire series so far. So we'll see how Good Boys can answer back here. But so far, Nathan has been kind of the MVP in my eyes. Been getting a lot of great beats. Looks very fast to the ball. Really creating a lot of this offense. I'm pretty sure he has a very high goal participation as of right now. So we'll see. We'll see exactly how this goes. Good Boys yet to kind of show any promise in the series.
Yeah, I do like watching Last Supper play right now. He's playing a much more defensive and midfield player. He's getting the 50s for his team so that they can take shots on, and that is honestly a great role to have on your team, especially in these lower divisions where if you create those opportunities more often, you're going to score than not.
Yeah, no, I do agree. Last Supper definitely might be like the unsung hero right now. Letting Nathan do his thing, be the captain, but little Last Supper kind of picking up the slack where those where the cracks shine, or whatever you want to call it. But definitely a good shutout there. Shutout Last Supper. But again, Good Boys might have a chance here. GD Complex gets up early for this one. Captains get a decent 50 here. Supper able to recover from that one. ID Camo goes up off the sidewall. Read well by Nathan, but it gets 50 by his own teammate. Nothing gonna come from it though. GD Complex free pop here. He has a full tank of boost as well. We'll see if he can put this shot on. Oh, rings it off the crossbar. Is there gonna be a follow-up? It's a little bit late from Little Killer as he had 0 boost. GD Complex, you can see him on 0 boost as well. Almost fakes out Nathan. We see both of the captains here clashing often. Seems like it's kind of a battle between those two right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm seeing a lot of solo plays coming out GD, which is not the worst idea, but if you can get your team involved, because it seems like he's always the one up front, and the two are kind of straggling on that third man position. He needs a little bit of help to get these goals in, but I mean he's doing pretty well to get the opportunities going. And we'll see GD take this again off his own pass, gets it past 2, gets a bump, gets a demo, and unfortunately gets beat by Nathan, the captain, and he might have a free shot. It goes high, might be in, but Nathan just misses wide. Everyone's missing this one, but GD's gonna get another shot downfield.
Yeah, and it's stuff like that right there. You saw a free clear from GD Complex. Oh, what a good demo. I think GD on the back line, plan B action here. Gets a touch here. Look it, goes for the demo as well. Oh. Completely removes the defender. GD, wait, GD Complex. Wait, what? He must have touched it right at the end as well.
He was nowhere near it though.
Completely stole that goal somehow. I didn't even realize that. But hey,
because he demoed, right? Yeah,
he demoed and then also got the goal somehow. So unless it was like an
either way, it was a team play. Team play. That's what
it was beautiful. Yeah. It was beautiful all the way around. But that is going to be Good Boys' first goal of the series now. We'll see if they can make it count. 50 seconds to go. Boost Boy's going to now look to try and answer back on their own. ID Camo gets a nice beat around 1. Looking to try and maybe pop this ball midfield. Maybe a nice little team play there, but Nathan reads it so well. And that's one thing that I'm realizing from this Boost Boys captain too. He's reading the play very well, especially defensively. Multiple times now, completely saving his team from a detrimental opportunity. Oh, maybe a passing play. Unintentional passing play, maybe. Maybe intentional. I don't know, but it does not matter. Good Boys in the lead for the first time.
I will agree. Nathan is reading that defense really, really well. But like I said, Good Boys, they just need to get up the field together, and literally their 2 goals have come from team plays.
Yep.
That is making the difference in this game already.
I completely agree. 20 seconds to go. Boost Boys had the lead for so long throughout this game, but it's 2 quick unanswered goals for Good Boys. See if Good Boost Boys, they need to get this ball out right now. GD Complex making that extremely difficult here. That's a great clear from ID Camo. It might be a goal. Bart down. Oh, can he get there? He can. Slots the goal in at 0 seconds. Gets one for the road. And Good Boys, a very dominant last minute and a half or so to steal this game number 2.
Very good turnaround from them. It wasn't looking like there was a whole lot of hope there, but I just want to point out on the orange side, the 400 points for Nathan, and
oh yeah,
I don't want to call people out, but 28 and 95 it just kind of shows there's a one-man team on that game. So got to clean that up a tiny bit. Got to support a little bit more, because 2 Tony Snells on the same team is not the best look.
Yeah, no, it's a very unfortunate look. So now we've had a 26-point game on the side of Zarch Raceman a few seasons ago. Now, in a series that I casted a little while ago, I can't remember his name, got a 24-point game. Now we got a 28-point game as well. So we got some crazy stat lines coming out this season of DCRL. A very unfortunate game there, like you said, from Boost Boys. Nathan looks like he's trying to do the most right now. Kind of the similar story to what we needed to see from Good Boys, right? More involvement from those second and third man players. We'll see if they can answer back here as we go into game number 3.
Yeah, it looked like towards the end, I just didn't see Last Supper involved in a whole lot, and Bulldog too. I mean, it kind of shows on the points, but it really seemed like the Nathan show, and they just need to get that sorted out. And putting it in front of your net is a good thing to avoid at the start. But
oh yeah,
we're gonna see GD Complex, almost insane shot, almost an insane read off the backboard. But this pressure from Good Boys is showing why they are second in the league right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, if GD Complex hits that, it is oh my goodness.
I'm turning that to a short.
Yep. Yeah, it would be out tonight. But no, very close opportunity there. That's a great clear by Nathan here. It's gonna be dropped down right in the middle. Bulldog looks like he wasn't able to read that one, and now Nathan off the respawn here, gonna try and control this ball. Nobody from Good Boys challenging until GD finally ends up going for it. Last Supper now forced to try and reconvene, but gets demoed by GD Complex. GD Complex, his veterancy showing out right now. A lot of great demos. There's another good one from ID Camo. The Boost Boys are absolutely getting deleted off this field right now.
The Good Boys have just turned into the extermination squad, as we're seeing demo after demo, which is going to be a huge advantage for them. Getting rid of the defense, this will be a very short-lived series after this if that continues.
I can't agree more, and I do see a chat that I was just about to say as well. I think there might have been like a comm or something to start going for some demos, because I'm pretty sure in about a minute and a half I've seen about 4 or 5 on the Good Boy side alone. Ooh, a little bit of a fake there from Little Killer on his own teammate. Luckily, non-catastrophic. His Little Killer trying to get this ball into the other half. Just leaves this one for Nathan. Lets him try and control it, but that's a great challenge by GD Complex to keep this pressure up. Last Supper trying to get a touch out. Gets denied by ID Camo. 2 people do go for this ball. Little Killer opportunity, but a big save on the side of Bulldog.
I will admit, I really like the defense from Boost Boys leaving one guy back, but as I said that, yeah, it was a good shot. Let's be honest. GD from the sidewall, puts it just nicely on net, and there's just not. I mean, when you're getting shots like that in Divi, that's tough to be back all the time for that.
Yeah, especially on some of those like awkward defensive double commits and whatnot. It's super hard. Defensive rotations are by far the hardest.
Is that gonna go in?
That might just go in. Last Supper just sending absolute nukes from his own half. It's a second one. Is that almost a pool shot? I think that is a pool shot.
I think it helped. I think it for sure helped. But a banger from downtown by Last Supper, and I believe that was Nathan. God, what an insane shot!
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Last Supper keeping his team alive. We talked about how we needed to see some more involvement from him, and that's exactly how you do it right there. Nathan, a little bit awkward on his back wall. Smart by leaving it for Bulldog here as he tries to carry this ball out. GD Complex, great 50. He's going to try and maybe center this ball, but Supper's able to get it out as a Bulldog pops this into the midfield. Now, ID Camo, very awkward here, trying to get that boost. Unfortunately, can't get it. Maybe kind of leaves it for Little Killer there. GD Complex needs a touch here, can't quite find it. Bulldog almost gets it center. Supper was there for a challenge, and that's a great cut by Little Killer off the wall. A fantastic solo play there, getting around that last defender, and Good Boys up by 1.
Yeah, looks like GD Complex trying to go for the demo in the midfield. They're just creating opportunities right now that I just don't think the Boost Boys can see coming. And if I was them, they just really need to focus on that counterattack opportunity, because they were doing great when they just sat on defense and waited for the mistakes.
Yeah, no, they were. I mean, I feel like that's the key, right? Is I feel like Good Boys were making a lot of mistakes, both individually and just rotationally in game number 1, whereas that's not as prevalent anymore. Not as many mistakes happening, which is, I think, how Boost Boys were able to capitalize so much. So we'll see if they can try and lock in here, because you cannot rely on the other team to just make mistakes. That's not a great way, as we see a double fake challenge there. Bulldog gets it around both of them. ID Camo trying to go in now, and nothing going to come from it as Little Killer finally gets a clear out.
Yeah, these guys are speeding up. Good Boys looking strong, but it's still a 1-goal game. They just got to get more shots from the Boost Boys as we're going to go high on that one. He misses one, goes past 2. And we're going to see Bulldog take another shot, but goes right to Little Killer. Oh, unfortunately, these shots are just a little too weak and right at the opponent. But 2 on the side of Good Boys miss. And ID Camo to save the day as the last defender on his team.
Yeah, they're very awkward, but there's not really, I felt like there wasn't really a second man. GD Complex showing some elite speed right now. Gets a little bit of a bump on Bulldog. I've seen Bulldog on 0 boost, feels like, for almost the entire game. Somebody needs to get, I mean, they're not really living up to their name right now. Really, no Boost Boys might be a better name for these guys. GD Complex hits a beat around 1. Nathan with a big booming clear. That's exactly what they needed, though. I'm going to try and find a follow-up here. Last Supper might be there. Bulldog going to need to come in now. Be able to place it. Little Killer with an amazing save to keep his lead. 10 seconds to go. Nathan trying to get it in, but denied by GD Complex. Bulldog trying to get something here. ID Camo open net. Not going to be able to find it. And man, oh man. A electric ending, maybe? No, it's not over yet. Okay, ball does touch the ground. And man, an electric ending to game number 3. But Good Boys now going to progress to match point.
I think we got a game on our hands. This is still trending towards the 3-1 that I predicted, but if Boost Boys can take the strategy that Good Boys did, take some more demos, get up the field a bit more, and just play your defensive roles, we're gonna have a game. We're gonna have a series on our hand.
I completely agree. I have to comment on a comment that I did see. You see Little Killer in the stats here. 503 points, a goal, an assist, 3 saves. This man's doing it all out here. Obviously, you see the demos on the side of GD Complex. On the side of everybody. Look at those demos. We got 10 demos on the side of Good Boys there. Just completely exterminating off the field. Little Killer might have some relation to First Killer, perchance. I'm not too sure, but looking very dominant in this game, number 3.
Yeah, and again, the touches. We're seeing a lot more touches come from the side of Good Boys, and seems like that tends to help a little bit. Getting more touches on the ball, it means you're getting around them, getting good possession. So Boost Boys just need to keep that possession, take it towards the net and take shots.
I can't agree more. And then, yeah, it just feels like good boys aren't just giving as many mistakes up either, which makes it super hard. You got to try and earn these goals somehow now. We'll see if they can do that here with Boost Boys on their last life in this series. We saw game one, the craziness from the captain, Nathan, pretty much been shut down ever since that moment. We're going to need to see him get alive once again, but looks like good boys off to a good start.
Yeah, we'll see Nathan take it off the sidewall. Gets contested. Last Supper puts it on net. Lil Killer, can he save it? He does. But Bulldog there to get it again. Like the pressure from Boost Boys here. And we're going to see Nathan get another shot on. We've got so far already 3 shots, I believe, from the side of from Boost Boys. And just keep putting it into that corner. But hopefully somebody's back. Nathan is. He will get it to the corner off of the contest with Little Killer. And this one's just kind of sitting mid now.
Yeah, now Bulldog, low boost here, kind of pops it midfield, gives away possession. Little Killer gives it right back. Supper pops it over to the left side. Bulldog maybe has a chance to turn. Unfortunately, doesn't see it. But Nathan is able to get somewhat of a clear out. GD Complex is going to double commit with Little Killer. ID Camo able to get a good 50 to stall this out for now. Bulldog gets absolutely dusted to this one. That's a good 50, but Nathan is back to make the save. ID Camo maybe looking for a shot of his own. You see him going for a demo. Supper able to avoid it. Little Killer gets a very good 50 here. Gets it past Bulldog as well. Nathan trying to go in. GD Complex puts a hand up, gets a piece of it. Little Killer is going to go up for this one, but puts it on net, but handled easily by Nathan.
Oh, what a read from Nathan there. I'm kind of impressed by that. He gets it on net, but it's even better save from ID Camo. And we'll see Bulldog get an insane touch around. Oh! It goes in, and Last Supper slots it in off of an insane pass play from Bulldog here. What a touch.
That was awesome. I saw Bulldog in the right position for that. I was hoping he would make a play like that, and he does. Pops it up, and luckily that Last Supper able to go all in on that one, and the second and third man combined for a goal to go up once again in the lead. Boost Boys have actually spent quite a good amount of time in the lead. Unfortunately, they just haven't been able to keep it. Bulldog, that was a little bit awkward there, able to keep it out for now. Little Killer just puts it on. Nathan, unfortunately, kind of creeps up a little bit, and the placement from Little Killer, or should I say First Killer, is beautiful. Puts it right behind him and ties it up.
That was perfect placement from Little Killer there. And yeah, just defensive mistakes. It seems like it's killing this Boost Boys team. Honestly, both teams. And I wouldn't say, I would say honestly, both teams very equal on the offensive half, but also equal on the defensive mistakes. So we're gonna have a tough time here seeing who's gonna win this. It's gonna be a close one.
It really is. I want to comment on how hard this man Last Supper can hit this ball. He is just absolutely nuking it. Like every touch he gets feels like it's a ripper. G Complex puts one of his own. That's a great first touch. Bulldog with the big save on zero boost once again. But again, Last Supper has obviously put in some work here to understand how to hit the ball really hard, because it's really coming out in this series and proving to be very, very effective. That's a big dunk by ID Camo as it puts it into this corner. Luckily, it is the captain, Nathan, back. Little Killer gets a great 50, though, but Bulldog should have a free clear out. I do like that touch. Instead of just booming it down, trying to control it. Unfortunately, can't get it. Nathan gets a piece of it. It could have been detrimental, but we got 1:50 left, and we are tied up 1-1. Chance here for Little Killer. Might go over for GD Complex, but he can't get his car around it. So far, we're still tied. Bulldog has been the defensive MVP in the last couple of games for Boost Boys.
Yeah, crazy offensive plays right now and defensive saves. This is going back and forth right now, as we're going to see GD Complex take it off the wall, goes high, gets over one. Nathan, here's the clear. Looks like Camel might get a touch, but he misses. But the demo might save them on this one, as a good shot, but a good save comes out. And this ball going to Little Killer, goes to GD. GD has one to beat here. Gets it past one, but no second man to follow up on that. And Good boys just need to position a little bit better, just like that. The huge pass play. If that went in, I would have lost my mind. That is my favorite type of play right there. And ID Camo just letting that one go in front of their net as he slots that one in with under a minute left to go.
Yeah, look at that pop. Gets it around that defender. Last Supper on 0 boost. Can't get up for that one. That's such a hard read to make, especially when you don't got the boost to be able to go up in the air. And a great little play there from the third man of ID Camo as they go in the lead here, threatening to end this series in game number 4. 46 seconds for Boost Boys to get an answer back. It's a decent start, but no follow-up. Little Killer goes missing. Bulldog might have a chance here. It's going to be on, but GD Complex, a God tier save comes out from him. Keeps this lead alive for now. Little Killer able to get a nice 50 out here. Gonna pop this midfield. GD Complex might go for it, but ends up turning back. Chooses to not go for this one. Bulldog gonna put a floater on net, but GD Complex on a low boost makes a good save. 15 seconds to go. What's gonna happen, Weevil?
Oh, we'll see here. Bulldog gets a touch out to the side, not what he wants. Last Supper, 10 seconds to make a difference here in this series. But we'll see Nathan get a demo. Just ID Camo back to save it. He gets a good 50. It's going to go to the sidewall. And it might touch the ground as ID Camo puts it down, sealing the deal for Good Boys in 4.
What a wonderful series. I mean, it was a good start for Boost Boys. A very dominant win. I think it was like 3-0 fashion.
3-1.
On 3-1 or something like that. But unfortunately, that was pretty much the end of their night there. Good Boys with an insane rally back, winning 3 unanswered games to win this series in 4. Every game was pretty close. I mean, I think it was a 1 or 2 goal game almost every time. So kudos to both of these teams.
Those last 2 games were very close.
Yep, yeah, they were. Those ones I could have seen go either way, but I mean, really, it felt like Good Boys had a lot of those, had a lot more threatening chances and stuff like that. A lot of the Boost Boys goals were just like nukes down the field from Supper, or I mean, there was that really good play from Bulldog and Supper as their last goal, but ultimately, it is Good Boys that do come out on top. So, well, like I said, well played to both these boys. Good Boys actually staying undefeated with that win. Now 3-0. Boost Boys progressing to 1-2 on the season. So all around, I mean, it was a fun series, and I'm glad I got to cast it with you.
Yeah, same here. We're doing winners.
Yep. We'll get them in here. So I'll go ahead and I'll toss it over to make sure it's the right one. I've done that before, where I send it to the wrong screen, and it's really awkward. But we'll see if we can get these guys in for a winner's interview. Let's go ahead and drag them in. Huge congratulations, boys. You remain undefeated on the season. Started off a little bit hairy, but you guys pulled through. GD Complex, walk me through what it was like.
Well, I just like to say that you're fine. And I hope everyone needs to know that.
Thank you.
You know, started out
flattered.
So true.
Good. Yeah, so true. Started out a little rocky there. I don't know. Probably should have hopped on a little earlier, and then we rallied. Just came together as a team. Everyone did their work, and we showed that we were a little bit better today. Hey
man, I love that from you. I mean, we were talking about a pregame, right? We saw the stats. I think you were, I don't know if you were leading the division, but I mean, you had an insane amount of goals per game. I think it was like 1.4 or something like that, which definitely putting you like in the top 5. And so after that little bit of a rocky game number 1, we were like, I don't know what's going to happen here. But like you said, not only you, but both your teammates also coming through. And it was a great showing to win 3 unanswered games back to back to back. So it was a fun one. I'll toss it over now to Little Killer, who's like I think I've talked to you before, right? Have I been in an interview with you boys? Did I stream you guys before this season? I swear I have.
You bailed out.
Oh, I bailed out?
Yeah, right before.
Out.
Oh, my bad. Well, Little Killer, it's your first time in the league. I do believe you brought some of your boys with as well. Talk to me a little bit about your experience so far and how it's been for you.
I don't know. I mean, I met some good teammates, some good friends. Yeah, first game was a little bit nervous, like first game ever. And then first game today, we just weren't firing in all cylinders, and we figured it out, and there we go. Yeah. Put it away.
Hey, I'd love to hear that from you. I do have one quick question for you. Are you? You have to know a little bit of ball here, so it's okay if you don't. Are you related to First Killer by any chance?
No, it's I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh, okay. He's like one of like Pro Rocket League NA's like best players, First Killer. So like your name is very similar, obviously, Little Killer. So
I mean, I'm basically him.
you're
you know.
basically, you looked like it tonight.
Just say you're his cousin. Yeah.
I'll toss it to you, Weevil.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I kind of had a feeling seeing you guys be that high. As far as win percentage goes, like you're gonna have a rough start. That's exactly what happened. But I had a good feeling you guys would take it back in 3. But I do want to ask Camo, what is your preset? Because everyone was talking about they like your preset.
You mean my car?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The decal title stream, dude. No. Okay, so I don't play this game. I hadn't played a game for 3 months until I came to DSU. Like I kind of just, I was like, oh, this looks fun. So I joined the DSU team.
Oh, lit.
Yes, the
That's
decal was
sick.
title stream.
Hell yeah.
All right, there you go, Silk. There's
So
your.
you haven't played. Yeah, there's Silk's preset for him. So you haven't played in 3 months, like Rocket League, or just
What?
a game in general.
Wait, my internet cut out for a second. Sorry, can you repeat that?
So are you new to Rocket League, or are you just saying you haven't played Rocket League in
No,
3 months?
It had been 3 months when I came to DSU, and before that it had been like 6 months. But I started the game like way back when it first came out. I just only played offline, and then
Okay.
yeah.
W.
Okay.
Today
So
I learned what shadow defense means, so I'll learn how to do that.
okay. So I mean, I would say you're relatively new, and the fact that you were playing like that is pretty impressive. Like I will admit that is because you should have seen me when I first started out. It was bad. I don't want to talk about it. So you're already on a fast track to getting pretty good.
I do have some good players to learn from. Pat Down and Omega Blaze both. Are they? What's the term? Execs?
Yeah, execs. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you do, do not follow what P Money do. That guy's buns at the game. Do not listen to him.
No, he was my teammate.
Or Samuel. Samuel's dog.
Or Samuel. Yeah, Brickwall's better
Those
than
are my
Samuel.
good. Come on.
Yeah. Or actually, okay. The real advice here is do not watch anything by Spook Luke. That is the real advice. Do not follow Spook Luke.
For real, don't watch. Actually, that is legit advice. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay. Enough rambling, enough ranting. I appreciate you guys hopping on for a little bit of a winner's interview here. Congrats on going 3-0. Good luck for the rest of the season, boys. All right, let's go. Toss it back over.
Well,
Oh, there must be some delay. I knew there was some delay happening, bro. But anyways, yeah, you guys can dip. We're gonna get back. There was some like delay happening. I think Discord's like bugging out. There's like some delay happening. They would like answer me like a good amount of time after.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. Yeah.
But anyways, we'll see if
I think we're bugging too.
I think we are, because I think I can tell that you're like ready to start talking, and then I'm probably still talking, and you're like. Anyways,
it's weird.
We'll just try and push on through here. Thank you guys for everybody that tuned in here for this first matchup on the night. It was a blast. Good Boys do take it in game number 4, winning over Boost Boys 3-1. So a great way to start off the night here. But we got 2 more series on the night, and the next one up is an absolute banger. We got pretty much the GOAT of DCRL. The Glaze is starting right here, right now. The GOAT of DCRL, Remzik, is going to be making his appearance, going up against the potential next GOAT of DCRL in Mogi. So it's going to be a fire matchup here, one that I've been waiting to see personally for a quite a long time now. So we're going to go to a quick intermission. So please stay tuned for that. But before I do that, I want to give one final thank you to my co-caster here of Weevil for hopping on the desk with me tonight.
Absolutely. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Okay, I'll pay out here. It's good boys. There you go. There's all of your guys' your gamba. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to a quick intermission, and about 10 minutes or so, and we'll be right back. So stay tuned.